Right, so here we are leaving San Francisco, and I've decided to do the long drive down the Pacific Coast Highway. So I think it's about an extra 2 hours, about 6 hours normally, but this one is going to take about 8 for the Google Maps. So I should have some good views on the way down though. Should be pretty nice. So it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm trying to get away before the really heavy traffic kicks in, but I'm sure there'll be plenty out there by the time I'm leaving. Right, there we go. Made it onto the one just after the Golden Gate Bridge. I didn't actually cross the bridge. I was thinking of, originally I was thinking of heading over and crossing the bridge and just turn around coming back just to say I've driven over it, but it's a toll bridge. And I think it's about $6. I've seen a sign for $6 somewhere, so that's a wee bit too much just to say I've driven over the bridge. So I've ran over it and that's enough. I'm on the one now, just turned onto it, and this is going to be the Pacific Coast Highway, a much longer version of it than I drove last time, just down from Ventura to Santa Monica. So I'm going to actually come off at Ventura this time and head over to Sherman Oaks, but from San Francisco all the way down there now, a lot of it is along the coast. So hopefully some good views. Not in the minute though, it's very foggy again as usual. Right, it's 8 o'clock, about an hour into the drive, and I'm really happy that I've decided to come down this way instead of just down the interstate, because there's going to be views like this down the whole way. Should be views like that down most of the way. It started off as very misty. It still is actually very misty, so some parts you just can't see anything. You're driving and you know there's a nice view out there, but you just can't see it. But yeah, not going to be stopping too often, or I'll never make it down to Los Angeles. But this is why I've taken the 8-hour trip instead of the 6-hour trip. So the sun has finally come out. I've obviously driven far enough south now from San Francisco to get away from that really thick bank of mist and fog that was clouding the place for the last couple of days. So clear blue skies for as far as I can see, and I expect that's what it's going to be like now all the way down to Los Angeles. I'm just outside Santa Cruz, or heading maybe 10-15 miles outside Santa Cruz, and yeah. The views are brilliant still, and I think now I'm going to be able to see them all the way down, which is good. Well, the sun has definitely come out. Much better now all the way down here. But this is the bank of fog that you can probably see in the distance there. Just heading all the way north. And that's what I've made my way out of, finally, which is good. Got a few more hours, quite a few more hours to go down the Pacific Coast Highway. 3 hours into the journey, it's 9:30 now, and I'm in Monterey. I've seen the first sign for Los Angeles, 336 miles still left to go. The low clouds come back now, so it's just got all misty again, can't see very far. But for a long stretch there wasn't really much to see. The one turned into a highway and it went inland a wee bit. So haven't been right on the coast for a good while. So hopefully it'll go before we go back onto the coast again, because that was a nice stretch I got earlier. Okay, well the cloud finally did lift, just in time as well. I'm back on the coast again. So I'm going to stop here for a wee bit, eat some of last night's leftover pizza for breakfast until I find somewhere better to stop further down the road. Alright, they're taking another stop here. It's not even, I've only been driving for another 10 minutes or so, but it's really hard not to stop every so often at all of these and take photos and video and just stop and take a look. I'm still a long way out of Los Angeles, so I'm going to have to cut these down and just keep going. Well, I'm up here driving in the clouds, basically. It's very, very odd. I mean, I don't know how high up I am, because when you look down, you just can't see anything. I don't know if you can hear that down there. It almost sounds like sea lions or seals or something down there. But I can't see how high up I am. And it's very, very calm and quiet up here as well. There's no wind, just the odd car going past. It's very serene. You can just see the clouds sort of making their way up over the mountain. It's actually so peaceful here that I just sat here for 10 minutes just listening to the waves and the rocks down below and the seals barking. Alright, I had to pull over one more time here just to let you see this. I tried recording stuff outside, but it's just so windy, can't hear anything. But yeah, somebody's made their way up to the top of this rock, just on the very edge of this peninsula, and built a house and other buildings up there. It looks like a farm. I'm sure it's not a farm, but I don't know what it is up there, but it would be, it looks like an absolutely amazing place to live, whatever it is. Right, another quick stop, just to let you see these mailboxes. People must live up this road here, and this is their little line of mailboxes. So, but I've come down a little bit. I can see how high up I am. It's not ridiculously high. It's not like you're up in the clouds and what you would consider a normal cloud height. But it's just this thick fog that's covering everything around here. So I really have to stop stopping because I'm never going to make it to Los Angeles. Have to keep going. Right, well, I told myself I wasn't going to stop for an hour. So I was going to drive for an hour no matter how good the view or what was happening. But then I seen a sign for elephant seals, so I had to come down and have a look, and there they are. Right, so it's 3 o'clock now. So I should have been in LA. Basically, I think according to Google Maps, I would have been in Los Angeles if I had just kept going straight. But obviously, I've been stopping an awful lot, so I'm still a long way out. I think I've about 180 miles to go. Now I don't know where in Los Angeles that's based because I don't have to go all the way into LA at all. But anyway. So it's 3 o'clock now, and I was passing this place. It's a diner, a rock and roll diner in a railway car. So turn around, come back, have to give that a go. So I have to say I was a wee bit disappointed by that. It was alright. I mean, I couldn't find any malts or milkshakes or anything in the menu, although when I was leaving I seen other people with them, so they obviously just don't have them on a separate menu or something, I don't know. But yeah, the menu was like full of Mexican food and Greek food and stuff, and it had its, American food as well. But it was Greek people serving, so it must be Greek owned. And they had this really weird thing where they stuck business cards all over the walls and ceiling. You know, of people who must have just eaten there or something, I don't know, but it's just covered in business cards. So they had their, you know, 50s and 60s movie posters and things like that as well to go with the theme, but overall I don't think I'd recommend it. Just left Oceana, or I think it's called Oceana anyway, that's where that diner was, a railway car diner. And back on a PCH, it sort of merges with the 101 for a while back there, and then it merges again further on up with the 101. So I think by the time we merge onto the 101 there, I'll just be following it, and I'm going to cut off at Ventura and head straight over to Sherman Oaks, because there's no point in going all the way down to Santa Monica, because I've done that before and it's a long way out of the way. So it's now getting up 5 to 4, which is fine. I didn't want to be hitting Los Angeles in rush hour traffic anyway, because I just spend all my time sitting in traffic instead of yeah, you know, I may as well be sitting out here doing something, looking at the view or sitting in a diner. So quite happy with the way the time's going. So, I expect to be getting in there about 6:30 maybe, if I don't stop again. Although I may stop in Sherman Oaks, or in Thousand Oaks on the way through. See, I'll decide when I get there. So you can certainly tell you're in Southern California, because it just looks totally different. The foliage is a lot less green, a lot more brown. But there's not a cloud in the sky, and you can just feel the sun on your skin straight away. So it's very, very different from San Francisco. But it's 20 past 5 now. I'm just coming up on Santa Barbara. I finally met up with the ocean again the whole way down from Oceana. We were a lot further inland and couldn't see the ocean at all, or the coast. So it's finally met up with the coast again. So I'm here to Santa Barbara and then on down to Ventura. I should have nice views, and then I'm going to turn left and head over to Sherman Oaks from there on the 101. Right, well here I am, made it to LA in a little over 12 hours. So it was about an hour longer than I sort of planned it to be, but I actually mapped out the route exactly that I took on Google Maps, and it came out as 8 hours 55 minutes. So the extra 3 hours is actually what I allowed for stopping for food and stopping for photos and just having a look at the scenery. So it worked out pretty well. So I'm just going to grab something to eat here, edit some vlogs, and I don't think I'm going to make an early start tomorrow. I was originally going to just get up at 5 again, or 5:30, and head down to San Diego like I did last year on a Wednesday. I was going to go down early on a Tuesday, but I think I'm just going to get a proper night's sleep. I haven't had one of those since I got here. And maybe do the zoo tomorrow, but maybe just leave it till Wednesday, because Comic-Con doesn't start till 6 on Wednesday. So I have all day down there as well to find something to do. So that's it for today. I really enjoyed that drive down the Pacific Coast Highway. I highly recommend anyone who can do it. Even from further up, I'd love to try it from further up in Oregon or Washington or something like that. But yeah, if you get a chance to do it, make sure you do.